Piss. Problems. Cannot rejoin. Let's try one more time. Okay. Let's see now. Maybe. There we are. Back in. Good. Finally. Let's see. What has happened here now? Okay, lap 24, 35. Postalad still in the lead. Postalad, fastest lap now with medium tires, 1:17.4. Jaffa. Is it 6 seconds still? Still 6 seconds to. Okay, so they have been to the pits, and now Jaffa has been in the pit one more time, and Posty has been to the pit. Let's see. Okay, penalties, stops. Yeah. Okay. So as I said. Another stop now for Jaffa, 2 stops now for Jaffa, 1 stop now for Posty. Posty now in the medium compound, he can definitely go to end from here, go to the end. So now Jaffa needs to catch him on track with the same, yeah, they're on the same tires, 2 laps versus 3 laps old medium tires. Alright, okay. Now we're back on. Well, okay. This is gonna be interesting. What can Postalad do? Can Postalad take the win from Jaffa? Jaffa was looking very good up until yeah, I see he needs to pit 2 times. He started on the soft tires. Posty started on the hard, so maybe starting on the hard was the right move. It looked like this. It looked like the medium, maybe hard to mediums is the way to go. Also, you can go mediums to hard, but the hard tires, as the last stint, is not very good. It's they're slow, very slippery tires. But this is looking good for Posty. 5.8 seconds now separating Postalad from Jaffa in P2. We have X-Pilots. What happened to Arns? Arns is now in P5. Was he still in P5? No, he was not in P5. He was Wedgie. Let's see here. Stops. Okay, Arns has been in pit again. So Arns now P5. Wedgie, 1 stop. P4. And let's see X-Pilot. X-Pilot is still in P3 and has no stop. He needs to stop soon. He has now 26 lap old hard tires. So those tires, I think those tires are a nightmare to drive on now. So yeah, I think X-Pilot is gonna go to the pit lane very, very soon. He's yeah, underfueled his car, no fuel in the car. Well, this is not good for X-Pilot. X-Pilot has a good position now, but if he's gonna have a chance to have a good position in the end of the race, he needs to. Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of positions when he goes into the pits. He's gonna lose at least 5 positions, 5 or maybe more, 6, 7 positions. Yeah, so not the best there for X-Pilots. Lap 27 now out of 35. Still, there's another lap now on the hard tires. And Postalad got a penalty. 3-second time penalty there for Postalad. That's going to hurt him a lot in the fight for the victory here between him and Jaffa. 4.7 seconds now separates him and Jaffa. So that's going to be devastating for him if he can't keep the pace up and hold Jaffa behind him with more than 3 seconds. He's doing good right now, 4.6 seconds now separating them. So yeah, this is going to be very difficult. Jaffa is a very quick driver, so it's going to be hard. If he picks up the pace now and pushes Posty, it's going to be hard for him to take the win now, Posty. But let's see. He's doing a good job so far, 4.9 seconds. They could be on for another win here, Postalad, but yeah, the job is going to be hard now. It's harder to take the win now after he gets that penalty. But all right, let's see towards the end. Now we have fight here. X-Pilot now. Wedgie is right in the gearbox now on X-Pilot. Battle for 3rd position. Why don't you go into the pit now, X-Pilot? You need to go to the pits and change the tires. Those tires cannot be any good now. Wedgie on the inside line there for Wedgie, and he does the overtake, and it's up to P3 there for Wedgie. I think X-Pilot needs to pit now. He's gonna lose more and more time as long as he stays out now. So if I was him, I would have pitted. I would have pitted many laps ago. Okay, here comes Arns in the hunt now for X-Pilot. On the medium tires, on the fairly fresh tires for Arns. Let's see, Arns, yeah, 7 lap old medium tires now for Arns versus the 27 lap old hard tires for X-Pilot. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be an easy job for Arns to take 4th from X-Pilot. Let's see, let's hop on board to see. I think he will have to wait to the start-finish line here to do a move on X-Pilot. But it's going to be an easy job here for X-Pilot and for Arns to take X-Pilot. And there we have it. X-Pilot goes for the pit lane and to change the tires. Now we can go to the soft tires and finish the race on the soft tires, no problem. Lap 29 now out of 35. So the softs will do nicely for X-Pilot. Let's see what he does. Yeah, it is. It's soft tires now for X-Pilot. but he will come out way back in the field. Let's see, now it's Roland coming up here. Roland on P8. He runs around the last corner now, and I think X-Pilot's gonna make it. X-Pilot's coming out in P7. P7 now for X-Pilot, so still a decent result now for, and now he has on the soft tire, so clearly the fastest tire on the track. Everyone else is on hards or the mediums. So he is clearly on the fastest tire, but he still has another, yeah, it's minus on the fuel. So he needs to start fuel saving a bit here, X-Pilot, to manage, so he can manage to go to the end. But still a decent result then for X-Pilot. P7, he can manage P7 if he not can, if he can't catch up to who is next. Next in line, P6 is Gustav. 10 seconds to Gustav. And he's 10 seconds in 5 laps. I think that's going to be hard for X-Pilot to catch up to Gustav in P6. But still, P7 is a decent result for X-Pilot. Some good points. We have Leah Racing going for the pit lane. Is it damage on the car? Very slow here for Leah Racing. And there we have it. There is another penalty. It's Jaffa. Jaffa is having now a 3-second time penalty. So now it's status quo again for Postlad and Jaffa. So now again he needs to pass him on track. 5 seconds separate them. So Postlad is doing a very good job and at keeping him behind him. So Postlad now still leading the race on 8 lap old medium tires versus Jaffa, who is on the P2, 5.1 second behind Posty on 7 lap old medium tires. This is going to be very interesting to see if he can close the gap now, Jaffa. It's lap 30 out of 35. So 5 laps to do it. Posty is going to start lap 31 now. There it is, 31 out of 35. So it's not 4 laps now, but a lot of laps to do it for Jaffa. And that is very impressive from Postlad, who started way down in the field during the start of the race. So I think he will be very happy with this result, and he is definitely up for the win here now, Postlad. But Jaffa is still there, 5.2 seconds now. Postlad is actually pulling away now from Jaffa. The car looks okay for Jaffa, so no damage on Jaffa's car. But the pressure is still on for Posty. He cannot do any mistakes now, because then Jaffa is going to be there right away to grab that first position from Postlad. But Posty is doing very good so far. I think he just drives easy, just to drive consistent now and save this victory for Posty. And we have Wedgie as well on P3. P3 there for Wedgie. Very good job from for the new guy. And the reserve driver Wedgie in the AlphaTauri. He's in P3 now. We have Arns is behind. Arns is now 1.7 seconds behind. So, but Arns have a penalty. Wedgie don't. Wedgie does not have a penalty. So Arns he can take him on the track and pass him for P3. But maybe he will lose out again because of Arns' penalty. There is a let's see, detail. I think it's 3 seconds. Yeah, 3-second penalty for Arns. 1.6 seconds now separating Wedgie from Arns. So Arns, he has a opportunity, maybe an opportunity in a couple of laps to maybe overtake him, but still it won't do him any good because of the penalty. So unfortunate for Arns, he has a penalty over him. So P4, but P4 I think is going to be safe for Arns today. Still a good result though. X-Pilot, 3-second time penalty there for X-Pilot. He's still in P7, 8 seconds now, 8.3 seconds now separates him and Skusta in P6. We have F1 XL Roland in the P8, 7 seconds behind him. So he's is fairly safe alone here in P7 X-Pilot. But look at this, Postlad now on equal terms, status quo, equal penalties, equal tires. Postlad is pulling away from Amos Jaffa, 6 seconds now between him and Jaffa and Postlad. 6 seconds, 6.1 seconds separates them now. So very good job from Postlad. No doubt he's quick today, Postlad, and he's looking good for the victory today. Lap 33 now out of 35. So yeah, he's looking good for Postlad. What about Arns? Arns now in the DRS now, under 1 second between him and Wedgie. So here comes the DRS. But he's too far. He's too far behind the Wedgie to do anything about him in this lap. But if he can keep up the pressure and maybe close the gap, so maybe we'll have an opportunity in the next lap for on this lap for Arns on the Wedgie for P3. But as I said earlier, the penalty is over Arns, which is going to ruin P3 for him today, I think. Is it another fights here? We have Roland. The Roland have P8 now on Steenbakken on P9. Let's see, as you see Babe now with a 3-second penalty. Babe is now down in P12. He's also been in the pit lane and put on a soft compound of tires. 25 seconds behind Björklund in P11. But let's see here, this is Steenbakken. And there's a 3-second penalty for Wedgie also, so now it's status quo between Wedgie and Arns. So now Arns actually can now take P3 from Wedgie if he can pass him on track. Let's see now, let's hop on board with NRC Arns. This is lap 34 out of 35 now. So okay, let's see, what can he do? He's inside the DRS zone. 6 tenths separates him and Wedgie. DRS, a little squirt of overtake maybe for Arns. No, he doesn't use the overtake now. Maybe he wants to save it for the last lap. But he closes the gap a little bit here for Arns. Oh, not the best exit out of turn 1 there for Arns, but uses DRS. Loses a bit of time to Wedgie there. 7 tenths now separating them, 8 tenths. So this is very, very good for Arns in the battle for P3. Now that Wedgie also has a penalty. So it's a status quo, but Wedgie still has P3, so Arns have a job to do. Head down, focus now. You can do it, you can do it. You can have the last podium position now today, Arns, if you just can manage to close the gap a little bit. What about Posty and Jaffa? Jaffa now 5 seconds. He's gained a little bit on Posty, but it's not enough. As Posty starts the final lap now in Hungary around Hungaroring. Lap 3, Season 2 here in NRC. Posty lad is still leading the race, 5 seconds in front of Jaffa. We have Wedgie now. He's 20 seconds behind Jaffa, so a long way to go there for Wedgie. But Arns, let's see, Arns, this is maybe going to be the final chance for Arns to get past Wedgie. It's 8 tenths behind. That's too far. That's too far behind. He's not going to make it. He's not going to do the overtake here. And let's see Arns on Wedgie. He really needs to do a mistake now, Wedgie, to let Arns have the last podium position. Oh, the fuel gauge is blinking for Arns, so it's no more fuel left in that car. Just about enough to get around and end this lap. But here he is, Posty lad started way down in the grid order and he finishes on top today and wins round 3, season 2 here in NRC around Hungaroring. Posty lad, McLaren driver, takes the win in front of AMS Jaffa, who loses out and takes P2. Still a good position and result for AMS Jaffa on P2. And what about Wedgie and Arns? Arns cannot do anything with Wedgie. Yep, Wedgie takes P3 and Arns P4. But nice, good racing between those two. Good fighting, good racing. And here we have DSJ the Master. Takes a good, an impressive P5 after a very difficult race for the Master. Has been down the order a couple of times and still recovers and takes P5 here today. We have SRN Skustad, no penalties, but that DSJ the Master have penalties, so the Master is pushed down to P6. Skustad takes P5. We have X-Pilot over the line, X-Pilot then P7. We have F1 XL Roland in the Renault. Rounds the last corner. And he also have penalties, but he has a good gap to the car behind, so it's P8 for Roland. Søren Steenbakken, also penalty. We have a 3-second penalty, but it's 5 seconds down to ATB, so it's P9 for Steenbakken and P10 then for ATB 0312 in the Racing Point takes P10 and the last point here in NRC around Hungary. Well, that was it. That was Hungary and round 3, season 2 in the NRC. It was an interesting race, quite not the biggest of incidents and happenings, but still a good race. And an amazing victory for Postelad, who takes the win here for McLaren. I think he will be very, very happy with that after a yeah, not the best starting position. Very nice for Posty. And also Jaffa with in P2. Congratulations with P2, very good result. And here we have the whole list. Postlad with the win here in Hungary with Jaffa in P2. Wedgie takes the last podium position in P3. NRC Orange in Mercedes P4. We have Skusta in P5. The Master takes P6. X-Pilot P7. We have F1 XL Roland P8. Steinbakken P9. And the last point to ATB 0312 in the Racing Point P10. SRN Björklund 11. Babe 12. We have Kjetil in P13. We have Lia Racing in P14. Silstad did not finish race, P15. We have Keki in 16, Hawk in 17, Tierpampi 18, and all the way in the bottom of the list we have Lopu. Well, that was it, and all we had from this race in NRC around Hungary. But we will be back for the next race, which goes the 27th of January. And then we go to the Temple of Speed in Monza, Italy. And I hope you see you there. My name is Ruben Gradal, NRC Alex, and I see you next time. Bye bye.